One thing I wanted to share with you is that it's very easy to combine one group of multi-samples with another group of multi-samples. Here we have a choir and a string ensemble loaded up. If I'm playing back sound now, all we're hearing is the choir, and that's because we have different MIDI channels selected. So the idea with Kontakt would be if we had like 6 or 7 different instruments loaded, we wouldn't need to have 6 or 7 different instances of Kontakt up. We could just choose the MIDI channel that we're working on, so we could easily jump between them. But what I want to do is I want to combine these together into one instrument. And I could do that in a couple of ways. I could literally go into, say, the string ensemble, go into the group editor, select all the groups at the same time, like this, and I could choose something like, let's see, where is it? It would be copy selected groups, and then I could go into the string ensemble, or whichever, maybe I was not in the right one, go into the choir, and I could actually go and I could paste all of those groups in here. So that would be one way to just literally fuse the samples together. If you wanted to do that, by all means, go for it. But with Kontakt, what's really cool is when you bring these instruments up, we can combine these by just putting them on the same MIDI channel. Okay, if I go to Omni, that's going to select all incoming MIDI channels. And now we have our strings, we have our choir playing together. Couple of problems though. This isn't going to sound particularly cohesive because each has a different reverb setting. So I'm just going to go in and turn the reverb off of both. Close the instruments down, and I can do a little bit of mixing here. One other thing I'd probably like to do is add like a little bit more sustain to this instrument, and I need to open it back up, or a little more release. So something like that. And if I want to pan these guys out separately, I can do that. Let's pan the choir a little bit to the left, the strings a little bit to the right. And if we want to glue these together further, we can bring up the output here, and you'll see that they're both by default coming out here on channel 1 and 2. I could actually go in and adjust that if I set it up. Don't have it set up at this point, not important, but I'll just go into this effects category, and I will add in a reverb. Double click it to bring it up. Load up a little preset. And we could continue adding instruments onto here if we wanted to do that. If I was creating then my own like multi-sample, I could do it very easily and just stack it right on top, make sure the MIDI channel is selected, can mix it from the instrument itself, and boom, there you go, multi-samples on top of multi-samples to get you a nice and exciting layered instrument.